in one spar, and I was just lucky enough to have a few rounds with him, and it was brilliant.
Is it any different fighting somebody that tall, nearly 7 foot?
Yeah, definitely. You have to close the gap a lot more. You don't want to be at the end of someone as elusive and as gangly as Tyson Fury. Like, you won't get near him if you're too far away, you know.
Who's the hardest puncher you faced?
Daniel Dubois, without a doubt, hardest puncher. Joint with Eddie Hall, actually. Eddie, my good friend. He can seriously whack as well.
Has he got the stamina?
Not as much as Daniel Dubois or any of the other guys, but you don't want to bear hug Eddie Hall either, because he can seriously... I remember I'd done that. I thought, I'm going to just try and grapple him just to see what it's like. And I thought, right, I'm never doing that again. He squeezed me to death.
Amazing. Well, I've got a quick fire round questions for you.
Nice one.
And yeah, let's go through this.
Go on.
Your nickname in the ring and how'd you get it?
Romford Bull. Got it in Vegas when an American guy said, "You fight like a bull, man. Where are you from?" I said, "Romford." He said, "You're the Romford Bull."
Come on. Pre-fight meal?
Pre-fight meal, something very basic. Bit of plain pasta, maybe a bit of chicken breast, nothing exciting. And then in the changing room, have a Rice Krispie bar, something a little bit carby to fuel me up for the fight.
Any hidden talents outside of boxing?
Hidden talents outside of boxing, nothing like a talent, but I've just got a real interest in history, and I'm good at writing essays. That's what I would say. I got the highest mark in my year for my synoptic essay on the Russian Revolution at Cooper's, and that was a really intense essay where you've got to pull different leaders from different eras and then make synoptic links of different themes going through it, and I really enjoyed that. More of a geeky thing rather than a talent.
You're really articulate, I have to say.
Yeah.
You're not just sporty.
I love history.
You speak with a lot of stuff that you've read.
I like reading. I've read lots at university. I've done a lot on Napoleon's history as well, just through it on my own. I didn't study him as part of my subjects, but I did a little A-level on him. But for my history degree, it was more on the Russian Revolution. But I love reading about famous leaders and different military battles, you know.
I've heard some conspiracy theorists as well about the Rothschilds and Napoleon losing, but the English saying, the French won, so the stocks in the UK went down, they bought them all up cheap.
It wouldn't surprise me, things going on in this world, but interesting stuff.
Your fight playlist, what have you got in the bank?
Let's get out.
Before you're coming out, get you punched.
Let me have a look here. Let me have a look. So I've got two for the last one. I make a new one every time. I've got Babbage 1 and Babbage 2. Okay. Babbage 1 is all more relaxing ones. When you start getting into the change room, you're chilling out a little bit. Got a bit of Zach Bryan, obviously. Pink Skies, Glory of Love, Peter Cetera, I think his name is. A few more songs by Morgan Wallen. Just some nice, easy listening country songs. Luke Combs, generic ones. Bit of Pet Shop Boys. Nothing too mad. And then when it gets a bit closer to the fight, Babbage 2 came out. The Boys of Summer by Don Henley. Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. Bit of Rocky, No Easy Way Out. Survivor, I Can't Hold Back. What Cowboys Do, 2 Dozen Roses. The theme from The Last of the Mohicans, probably my favourite song. Just like an instrumental one. You're the Voice, John Farnham. And it changes every fight. There's just different ones. Rasputin as well by Boney M. Just easy listening, but catchy tunes, you know.
What song you gonna come out to next?
Always Country Roads with John Denver. I always go from that one, but I mix it up sometimes. Before I was thinking this one I could have had an England Euros song when we was playing in the Euros, but what did I have this time? I had Here I Go Again, Whitesnake into Country Roads. I think I might keep that because I like that.
What's your favourite knockout of yours?
The last one.
Yeah.
Because I like Alan Babbage as a man, but their whole team, everyone, they thought it was too soon for me, and they was talking a lot of smack before the fight. So satisfying that he couldn't even land a punch.
I was sick, man. Watching it at home, I was like, bosh.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I do like a heavyweight fight, but we love a knockout.
Yeah, and it was clean. I landed 8 unanswered shots where I've just shortened up I'm not loading my shots up now, I'm just throwing them, and I landed 8 on the button. So sorry, Alan.
I saw the raging bull, bro.
He was there.
It was just like you just walked him down.
Once I can see that you're hurt or getting caught,
Yeah.
I've got a good instinct to carry
You
it
can
on.
see the confidence in you because as soon as you hit, you know what you've done, and you just go in with confidence, whereas other people might hold back and is it true, is it not? And
That's not what people want to watch. People want to see people go for it. And that's what you got to remember. People want to see people.
Can you take a shot?
Yeah, I've taken a few. Some big ones. And I can hold it, but it's different. You haven't seen in the ring yet with 10-ounce gloves on. I think when a heavyweight lands clean on any other heavyweight, it's not good news, but
No.
I think I'd try and have the faculties still there to recover from it, but you don't know until it happens to you.
Yeah. They say it's not how hard you hit.
It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Yeah.
Love that. Boxing heroes. If you could go back in time with a boxing legend, who would you fight?
He's not real, but it is Rocky. Rocky Balboa. That is the best. It's the best film of all time.
Yeah.
The Rocky films.
So motivational.
It's not just about boxing. It's a love story at first with him and Adrian, but it's about life.
Yeah.
It's not about how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit. It's the best film of all time. So there's some great ones. Rocky Marciano, Henry Cooper, Ali, obviously, Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes, Lennox Lewis. Great names, Mike Tyson. But Rocky is the one.
I love that. Are you superstitious at all? So like,
Little bit.
Do you do any rituals before a fight or anything?
I always wear my same rugby socks for every fight.
You're joking.
Yeah, Exeter Uni rugby socks. They're from 2017. Still got them. They're getting crustier and crustier, but they're surviving. Yeah. But the superstition isn't that it's got to be the same pair. Eventually, I'll get a new pair of Exeter Uni rugby socks.
I might send you a pair.
Yeah, they'll send me a new pair. Hopefully, Richard Hodges send me a new pair.
Boxing life. What's the most unexpected thing about being a professional boxer that you might not have realised?
That from doing it, my dad would become more famous than me. That is the most unusual part of it. People recognise him more than me. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, your dad, what he gets on every post goes viral.
It's mental. It's mental. But I think it's just because he's another one down to earth. He's normal. Listen, I think people watch him and think that's real life right there. He's just being his authentic self. He's entertaining. It's a bit shocking at times, but he's an entertainer and he's good energy to be around.
100. I've seen him there, and he's just like a big support, and he's just so humble. Doesn't act like anything.
And he don't big me up too much. Like, he supports me and promotes me, but he tells me the truth as well, which is the most important thing.
Very important. How do you celebrate your big wins?
It's nothing too extravagant, really. It's just nice to, on a Sunday, chill out, go and see my nan, go and see my aunts and uncles, all the people that, like my close family, Dave and Stuart and Christine and Michael, my cousin, see my brothers. And then one time, I think after one of the Southern area, we just went in Wimpy on the Sunday, went to my granddad's grave, showed the belt to him, and that's what it's all about. Yeah. You don't need all this big entourage of people around you. You don't need to go to big parties. Just go with your family, have a nice holiday somewhere. That's what life's all about, because when it all goes wrong, all the people that want you to go to parties, they won't be calling you up. The people that will be there is your nan, your mum and dad, your brothers,
You're so mature, bro, honestly. What is your fantasy matchup that you'd like to see? So, like, two boxers versus each other.
AJ versus Fury. That's the one we've always wanted to see. Joshua versus Fury.
Who wins?
I don't know at this stage. That's why it's still... a couple of years ago, you'd probably say Fury. But it was like getting a point where you think, that fight's never going to happen. It's so boring. Like, they keep talking about it. It's not happening. But if Fury comes through sick, whether he wins or loses, the fight next year to make is AJ Fury, Wembley Stadium, 90,000 people, 100,000 people. That is the fight to make. It's a big fight for both them guys.
I think we need to do a part 2 at some point, Johnny, as well, because we haven't gone much into your journey. I know you've been university. Yeah. I wanted to ask you more about them things, about your history degree, what stopped you from going through academic side, but we'll have to save that for another day.
Definitely.
But if there's somebody at home, your journey is quite inspiring. You're reaching the top. Like, you're on your path to success. We can see that. You've got a great, pedigree. Like, you're having great fights. You're around the right people, the right network. If somebody's like 18, 19 right now at home and going, what do I do in my life? Things, I'm not going to be the lucky one. It's not going to go for me. What advice are you giving that person?
My advice is, don't think too far ahead. Do the simple things well in life. Enjoy it. have a good group of friends. The people that you hang around with, that's what you will become. If you hang around 4 losers, you'll become the 5th. If you hang around 4 people who are inspired, you'll become the 5th. So the company you keep is very, very important. Have a good network of people around you and enjoy life. Don't think you just got to do something you enjoy. Don't think you've got to do something you hate it. What if you enjoy doing something? You'll become successful at it, and that's what I think. And don't think too far ahead. Just work up, work out, turn up, work hard, and good things will happen.
Mm-hmm. Johnny, you've been absolutely brilliant. If you could just let the audience at home how they follow you.
Yep, I'm on Instagram, Johnny Fisher 1, on Twitter, Johnny Fisher Box, Romford Ball on TikTok, and thank you very much for having me, Sean. I've really enjoyed it.
What a pleasure. And there you go, guys. Another inspirational podcast. We've got a future heavyweight champion in the studio, guaranteed. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment, and share this with somebody